Conclusion. World, planet Earth, civilization, city, Capitol Hill, Seattle, Washington State, as an example for where I live now, are listening for answers to the problems they describe on their websites and on their graffitied walls, and observing, wearing black, printed shirts, stitched hats, and demanding with their knives and their guns, building explosives and throwing rocks, breaking glass, and shattering silence with their ruthlessness now. Explained in their ideology and philosophy they know as truer and better and more safe, for anyone who doesn't want a racist President, Mr. Donald Trump, to cause their emotions selves and egos to build a fire and burn the land on the earth and soil. They proclaim theirs. And anyone who doesn't pick up a brick, yell at 8 p.m., gesture when a king, and posture when a gangster thug prostitute pimp who retired needs their rules and processes for a system they got paid $100,000 to implement, to mathematically solve with a crowd and mass of humans gathered together during a coronavirus pandemic, yelling and screaming, louder and stronger and more masculine and more feminine than a mistress they buy from a website. To impregnate a wife they had married at a courthouse to avoid Jesus. An inequality for their rainbow flag displaying neighbor who buys their artistic painting about a demon. And example of death and dying now. Communism, socialism, communists and socialists have never talked about body and brain and world, mathematics, energy and consciousness, sleep, and especially freedom. However, a Facebook user and Twitter account with millions of followers and thousands of videos and photos providing examples and descriptions about what they say with their words and language and letters and sentences and grammar and linguistics. They've made beautiful, soothing, and calm for anybody who's listening's emotions, carefully not disrupting any awareness or attention devoted to the climate change they say they're assisting, making a system with processes far and away in a distant galaxy and universe, better than an alien could bring from a UFO visiting from Mars now. On an extraterrestrial spaceship, searching for assistance after they crashed in Area 51, Roswell, New Mexico, and a Blink-182 musicians nonprofit collecting information received from a government science advisor who declassified a drawing with cat eyes and an oval head. Now, and maybe more importantly, possibly most important of all, for those who say healthcare and college are a part of a thesis statement audaciously disrupting culture, film, and causing cognitive dissonance for a person to learn and be taught about a country where they live now, with too much restriction, too much control, and unfair law enforcement. Killing murdering, and slaughtering a race they pledge allegiance to with the doctrine and philosophy they declare necessary for any change, any novelty in a repetitive world and civilization addicted to war, abuse, and racism now. With a mystery and stimulation of consciousness used as a reward for a customer who has money to buy their weed and their pot in their cannabis business, holding a fist clenched tightly, covered in red and black. For their community to have de-escalation, application reviews, free services, centers with brochures, and some food, and healthcare providers helping those who need their mental health improved now. Instead of a gun on a holster belt and a badge on a Mexican Hispanic chief's shirt, alongside a woman who has dark skin and racially identifies and says with her words her ethnicity now. Elders, wisdom providing teachers, social workers, and counselors. In other words, rather than freedom, energy, consciousness, time, and sleep required for a person to not die from hunger or hypothermia during a winter storm now.